Hey guys, I just about had a panic attack because remember how I've been talking to you about my friends losing their ability to go live? Well, I couldn't go live earlier, but I still can't. I can't go live on Page Manager. Luckily, I had heard somebody say that they could go through Facebook and get to their page and go live that way. So luckily that worked. Otherwise, I was going to be putting a message on here saying like, hey, Facebook's not going to let me go live. So what, Sunday I couldn't see comments. Now my ability to go live is missing from my Page Manager app. So hopefully, yay, I can see Jennifer said hi. So today at least comments are working. It's crazy. So that is a reason I do have video on YouTube and sign up for my email list because Facebook has a mind of its own. So 2 things before we get started on our lunch break sale is 1, my Staging Your Antique Shop group is open. So if you are an antique dealer, you sell in a booth, you set up at shows, you have a brick and mortar, this group is for you. I have a lot of information on my website about the group. It is only open once this year, starting today, ends on the 7th. So check that out. Ask me if you have any questions and watch for more posts this week. The other thing is always the 1st through the 7th of the month is an opportunity for you to sign up and do the mystery junk box. And that's where you basically give me a shopping list, you complete a junk style survey, and then I go picking for you. And then the next month you get that goodie box in the mail. So those are 2 big things that we have going on this week. Hi everybody, I'm so happy that comments are working. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. We will start with this camera. It's a Spartus camera. It's plastic, where a lot of them are more like a canvas or have a leather coating on them. But this would just look cute sitting on the shelf, and it is $15. So $15 on the Spartus camera. So if you haven't done a sale with me before, this is about 5 by 4. You're just going to comment sold camera. And then if you haven't purchased from me before, I need your email address and your zip code so that I can invoice you. And then I will invoice you here when we get done for the item. And then after that, we're trying something new this week, and we are going to do shipping on Friday. And so I will invoice you for the shipping on Friday. That way, if you ever see something in my pictures that you like, you can message me and say, how much is this? If there's something on my website that you really like, you can say, hey, add this to what I bought on Tuesday. And that way, if we do shipping on Friday, I can do combined shipping for the week. So that is what we are trying this week. So this piece of fabric is about 37 inches by probably about 42 inches. It's the same stuff that a feed sack is made out of. You could, again, repurpose it and stencil something on it to make it say whatever you want. You can cover some seats with it, turn it into a curtain, stitch a bunch of them together for a shower curtain. But this is $5. So this piece of fabric is $5. And then I have another one. Again, it's the feed sack kind of fabric. And this one is smaller by quite a bit. It is also $5. This one is probably like the perfect cafe curtain size, or you could put a stencil on it and hang it up just like this. So this one is 36 by 19, maybe a little bit more. So you have a big chunk of fabric and a smaller chunk of fabric for $5 each. You just need to let me know if you want the first one or the second one. Okay, then these are new. I have 3 moss balls left. They're just light, like styrofoam balls that are covered with this green moss. These, and of course I don't have a candlestick holder, but these are what I'm always talking about. You can just set on top of a candlestick, and it's just an alternative to sticking a candle in something. You can put these in a flower pot or in a bowl, just for some added spring. So the moss balls, 3 of them, it's $5. Okay, then we have some little spindles. These are just raw wood. They don't have any stain on them or sealer or anything. And they are going to be about 8.5 inches long. So 8.5 inches on these little 4 spindles. For some reason, putting my hand behind it helps with the lighting on these things. The 4 little spindles are $4. So $4 on the little spindles. Okay, then we have a piece of architectural salvage. Hold it vertical, even though I would hang it on the wall horizontally. Looks like that. You could put it over a door or a window, or you could put it on your gallery wall. It's got some different colored wood here and just some neat detailing. And it is a pretty thick board. So on this piece of architectural salvage, it's going to be about 18.25 inches long by 6 inches at the tallest spot, and it is $25. So $25 on the architectural salvage. Okay, then we have a little bullet belt. Just military green. It has a nice clasp to it. What I like to do with these belts or types of things like this is, you know, the pop crates, okay? If you take these, this one's probably not quite long enough, but you can hook it on each of the pop crates, and then you wrap it around. We can make this one longer. You can wrap it around a mannequin, and then the mannequin is holding that crate, and then you can put things in the crate. So I like to always keep my eye open for belts and things like this to use to basically give the mannequin a little tray with those pop bottles. Hopefully you're following what I'm saying on that. So on this little bullet belt, it is $5. So $5 on that. Okay, so Myra wants the bigger piece of fabric. Katie's got the little spindles and the architectural salvage. Karen, you're next on the spindles. Katie wants the moss balls. Ellen, you're second on the salvage. Oh, Katie, Ellen says you can have that. And Deb wants the camera. Thanks, guys, for making things work when you change your mind. I appreciate that. Okay, so we've got a doorknob here. It does have the middle piece to it. It's metal. Then we've got this one, which is a little bit smaller and feels a little bit heavier just in my hands. So you can kind of see the different colors there. And then this third one, it looks like it has had some kind of paint on it at some point, or the brass coating is coming off. So you're getting 3 sets of doorknobs. You could easily repurpose these into something else, or you just set them on a surface like this in a pile. You can also take these ends off for spring and put these in nests or around your moss because they look like eggs. So just an idea of what you could do with some doorknobs. So 3 sets of doorknobs is $30. So $30 on the doorknobs. Okay, then we have a red handled rolling pin. It seems a little long to me. I don't know, this part is going to move on you. This side is stationary. but it's got nice red distressed handle. $10 on the rolling pin. And total length, if we go to that long like spindle part, it's about 16¼ inches long. So shove this in a crock or a pitcher and put it on your counter. That would look good. Or you can hang them up. You can also put them on like, those towel racks that they have for your bathrooms. You can lay your wooden rolling pins on that as well. Okay, so we have some hand-stitched quilt blocks. These are, I guess, not blocks, so I'm not sure what shape you would say that is, but it was intentional because I have 3 of them. So there's 3 chunks, $6 for these quilt pieces, we'll say. So they're navy with some red dots and the cream, and just from top to bottom, they're going to be about 16 inches by 8½ inches. So $6 on the quilt pieces. Okay, grabbed another platter. I love hunting for white platters so that you can stack them inside each other, nest them. This one says Inter-American Pure Porcelain, made in Brazil. So not ironstone, just porcelain, but it definitely still has the look. And I know one of my friends, she's even decided to use little platters like this for her dinner plates. 13 by 8½ and it's $15 on the oval platter. Okay, next up we have this standard stamp holder. So all those little wooden stamps, they would go into one of these slots. And so this is a great display. You could display little brushes. You could clip little cards onto it or pictures. It does say standard on both sides, and the color of the base is awesome as well. So on the stamp holder, it is $30. And just an idea for diameter is going to be about 10 inches in diameter. And we're looking at probably about 7 inches tall. So $30 on the stamp holder. Okay, I grabbed another lid. This one says James Way. So it's probably some feeder top is my guess. It's nice because it has this eye on it. So it'd be easy to hang if you wanted to do that. You could always do some chains and silverware, hanging it down from it and make a wind chime. You could set it inside something and use it as kind of like a bowl. You could even just set it on the counter like this or on the table as a centerpiece. Again, magnetic. So on our Jamesport lid or James Way lid, it is $10. Diameter on this is going to be about 13½ inches. So $10 on the lid. Okay, then we have a lone bookend, but I love the Americana red color on it and just the shape. So you could use this as a bookend, you could set it by itself, you could always hang it more like a corbel if you wanted to, screw some holes in that. $5 on our red bookend, and it stands about 5¼ inches tall and is about 6¼ inches deep. So $5 on the bookend. Okay, then we have some silver tin. The ceiling tin, and it is silver color. I have not sprayed or clear coated this. This is just how it is. It does have a little bit of surface rust that you can see there. Really, I mean, it's nothing that's coming off on your hand. It's just more coloring. So you could cut these in 2 and have 2 separate squares, or you could leave it like this These are magnetic. You can hang them on the wall, put a wreath in the middle of it, layer it with a picture frame or a board, all sorts of different things. So $20 on the piece of ceiling tin. I think it's 2 foot. About 24.5 by 11.5. So basically each square is basically 12 by 12. So $20 on the ceiling tin. All right. Thank you, Sherry, for helping with the platter. Yeah, the platter was $15. Katie wants the lid. Sherry's getting the bookend. Katie, you're second on the bookend. And Ellen wants the ceiling tin. Okay, next up we have these spindles. And looks like I've got one out of place. So they are all matching. You can see the wood patina character wear and tear on them, and then this other end has a little bit of detailing on it. So there are 4 long spindles, and they are about 23.5 inches long. So on these 4 long spindles, they're $8. So $8 on the long spindles. Okay, next up we have this just piece of hardware, this pole. Again, you could add it to anything. You could mount it to a board and stick your towel in there. Just have some kind of embellishment. You can add it to something that actually needs a handle to it as well. So it's kind of black with some surface rust on it. I have not sealed it or put a clear coat or anything on it. $5 on this pole. Okay, then we have an old basket. It's just got a neat shape to it, I think. Definitely says Easter Bunny basket to me. I would say in very good condition. And it is $30. So $30 on the basket, as I almost dropped the tape measure. I'm going to say about 15 inches tall and about 10 inches at its widest spot. So $30 on this basket. Okay, then we've got a little silver plate sugar. It has the lid. It's a little bit taller than some of the other ones that I've shared. Again, I would take the lid off. You could put a nest in there and an egg for Easter. You can do shove some moss in there and stick some candles in it. You can also always just take the lid over, and now you have something where you don't have to stick stuff all the way into the bottom of it. You can just work off of the lid. So cotton balls, Q-tips, anything like that. The bottom says Rogers and Bro 230.03, maybe something like that. $15 on the little sugar. All right, Katie wants the long spindles and the hinge. Susan, you're second on the pole. And well, Cynthia, I'm glad whoever invited you to watch invited you, so thank you for that. Okay, Wedding Embassy Yearbook. Grams is the brand. So this one has been used like back in the 70s, I think. Let's see if I can get the camera to do that. There we go. My hand is the magic. This would just be something fun to look through. There are some gifts listed there, but it's just basically all things wedding. More informational than like a registration book or anything like that. So $5 on the Wedding Embassy Yearbook. Okay, I grabbed a couple other books. This one is a fun one because it's got the camel on it. And again, it has my favorite kind of pages because it has been hand cut, if I can get the lighting to show. Hand cut on here, there. So they're all at different heights or different lengths, and I really just like that. $5 on this one. It is Children of North Africa. So a good one just to set on the shelf. You can use it for some blue color when it comes to 4th of July or Memorial Day. $5 on that one. And then Choice and Tested Recipes. This one is also $5. You can see here that the spine isn't the greatest, but there's some advertising in here along with recipes. And this is probably just as neat as the book. Makes good bread, some old advertising. So that'll just come with the cookbook. $5 on the recipe book. Okay, then we have this models crate. This is one of those things that somebody said they wanted and then they didn't end up paying for it. So that's why I'm always fine with taking a second or a third person. I have sealed this. I probably would just have it showing where you can actually see the model stencil on it versus, you know, using it as a shelf or something, unless you could hang it and see that, you know, depending on how you're walking in the hallway or whatever. So on this models crate, on the bottom of it, it says glass. So someone has just probably made this. So $20 on the model crate. Okay, then we are thinking about decorating for spring. And so I have some birds here. We've got 10 birds. Some of them have the wire on the bottom where you can attach them to something, and some of them don't. There's a few different kinds of birds. So I'm just trying to show you. That one's got something on it. What we have here. So you can put these in your spring display. So we've got 10 birds and it's $5 for the 10 birds. Quite a few of them are the dove. Okay, next up I have some numbers. These are, you can kind of see there's like texture stuff on them. I want to say that they're like that because of like a reflector, like they're supposed to be outside. So they're Kirsch Paper Co., Cleveland, Ohio numbers. And then you can see there's spots here where you would nail them in. These are great for just embellishing any boxes or crates that you have or drawers. You can just hammer them on there and give it a little bit of character. You could put these inside a frame and put them on your gallery wall. So 6 or 9, because you could flip it. So we're getting, I think, 3 of each letter is what I did. So 9 pieces of these Kirsch Paper Co., and that is $9. So 9 numbers, $9. Okay, next up we have I don't know what it is. This would be a good for What Is It Wednesday. I don't know if it would have been a car horn or what exactly, but probably some kind of horn. It definitely has a lot of surface rust, as you can see probably on the camera. I think this would make a great base. So if you're into repurposing, you could have this be like a Christmas tree base and do something to make a Christmas tree. You could put something inside of this, so like peacock feathers or pheasant feathers or something like that. So, you know, you use it as a stand. You could probably also, I haven't checked to see if it's magnetic, but you could probably magnet something to it or even clip pictures and stuff to it just as a different way to display. 15.5 inches tall on this, and it is $10. So $10, and we'll just call it a horn so that I know what you're talking about. All right, we have another handle. This one is also has surface rust on it, and has not been sealed or anything. So $5 on this handle. And then I grabbed another green bottle. Again, great for your spring table, your display, set in a window so you can see the green glass. And it is $3. Or if you need some colorful bottles for your bottle tree, it's about 11.75 inches tall. Okay, then we have this long thing. So this is to grab chickens, a chicken catcher, and it's pretty long and it has a wood handle, but these look great just hanging on the wall, or you could put it in like a milk can or crock or something, and have one end standing up. So $20 on the chicken catcher. The length of this is about 40.5 inches long. And I do have 2 more chicken catchers. I mean, their handles and things are gonna be a little bit different, but I do have a couple more. So $20 on the chicken catcher. Okay, I'll be fast on this. This bad boy is $35. The color is awesome. I really kind of wanted to keep it, but it's a Buddy L. It's farm fresh. I haven't washed it up or anything. You could clear coat it, some of that surface rust. That is just like it. I don't even know what. It looks like somebody painted it at some point. So it's Buddy L, $35 on the turquoise truck. You could shove some succulents in it. You could set a bowl or something here, or in a planter, and put plants here on the back end of it. I do have an orange trailer, but I didn't get it dug out. So $35 on that truck. All right, let's get caught up here. I don't have any more ceramic eggs, Katie. All right, Shirley's got the camel book. Ellen's got the recipe book. Shirley, you're second on the recipe. Katie has the model crate. Shirley, you're first on the birds. Katie, you're first on the numbers. Katie, you're first on the horn. Katie's first on the green bottle. Chris is first on the chicken catcher. Ronell was first on the truck. Oh, Ronell says, Julie, you can have the truck if you want. Okay, so then I have a bunch of spoons. Christy was making something and she needed a whole bunch of spoons, and so while I had them dug out, I just decided that we'd go ahead and do them for the sale. They are not necessarily matching, but they're all very similar size, so they'd be good for a project. And a lot of, let me put my hand behind here. A lot of the silverware that I bought at one auction, the lady had grouped everything together that matched, and then she had labeled all of the silverware styles and what year, and it was pretty impressive. And then I mixed them all up. So we have 9, I think, because I forgot to go grab another one to make a nice even 10, 6, 7, 8, 9. So $18 on the spoon bundle. All right, Michelle's next on the truck. Okay, then we have this planter, and I did realize that there is a chip on it. That is not it. Probably be better to look in person versus here it is. So there is a chip right here on this. This is not stamped, although I have seen ones very similar to this, stamped McCoy. That one chip is all that I have noticed on it. Otherwise, it's in great condition. So $15 on this planter. So brown and green planter, $15. Okay, then hooks have gone over really well. So I grabbed some like ones. So 3, 4, 5, 6. Put a hole in my table. So $18 on the 6 double hooks. $18 on the hooks. Okay, then you guys were really liking the milk cans, so I grabbed another one. This has surface rust on it. You would probably want to clear coat it if you're going to put it in your house. But this is what I was talking about. When they're flat, you can do either side, but when they have the handle there, what I like to do is turn it like this and use it as a cloche base. You could keep it up like this, especially for the spring, and put succulents in it and plant in that spot. So on the milk can lid, it is $15. So $15 on the milk can lid. Okay, this is awesome, and it does not work, okay? So there's no glass or plastic like shield on the clock. So I think it would be pretty easy, if you're skilled in that, to replace the clock mechanism. I'm assuming because the cord looks decent, it's the clock mechanism, not the cord. But it's pink and it's just awesome, even if it doesn't work. To me, anyway. So on this clock, it is $20. And it is about 14.5 by 14.5. So it is square. And you just can't set it perfectly like this because you have your winder down here, okay? So just know that you're going to want to hang it or set it on a couple of boards so that the boards are on each side of the winder. Whoops. Okay, then we have this huge platter. It is heavy silver. It is divided, so these are sunken in on the sides. In good condition. Great for a centerpiece. I don't see any markings on it. Here we go. EPCA Lancaster 416. We'll see if my camera will even pick that up. So you can just kind of see the stamp there, I think. But when I say it's big, we're talking 19 inches in diameter. So 19 inches in diameter, you can kind of see the thickness there. $40 on the silver tray. Okay, next up we have what I think is a cement trowel, where you would slide this around to smooth your concrete. But to me, I would hang it on the wall and I would hang some towels from it. It could be ones that are vintage. It could be those new ones that have those funny sayings on it. It could be in your bathroom where you actually use the towel as well. You could also probably put this on the top of a small window and have it be your curtain rod. So a bunch of different options for this $9 little trowel. It is not sealed or anything. So $9 on the trowel, and we're looking at about 26 inches long. So 26 inches long on the trowel, which Katie wants. All right. Myra wants the hooks. Katie wants the can lid, Julie wants the clock, and Katie wants the trowel. Okay, next up we have this square, which a couple of things that I've learned from guys that come into the shop is, one, guys will buy these and make knives out of them, beyond my talent level. And then one girl that has a cute shop, she has used these and put them on doors. I think she made the doors, but put it on a barn door, just screwed it in. It just added some fun details. So she screwed one in the bottom, I think, and then on the top and the other corner facing in, and it was just really neat. So an old square, just a L piece of metal. You could also repurpose it and use it actually as an L. And I'm sure gentlemen like Wayne are probably wondering what the brand is. Sargent & Co. USA, New Haven OT, I think is what it says. So $20 on our square. And it is 24, so 2 foot by 16, I think. 2 foot by 16. $20 on the metal square. Okay, let's do another pole. This is a black one, again with some surface rust. You could put it on a door, you could put it on a box, a crate, pretty much anywhere to add some embellishment. $5 on this one as well. Then we have this coral planter with kind of like a turquoise color drip on it. There is a little chip down here, but other than that, I don't remember there being anything wrong with it. Nope, here's a little ding. So there's a little ding right there. It has 873 as the number on the bottom, and it is $24. And you're looking at about 6 inches tall in total width, so more than just the opening from handle to handle is about 9 3/4. So $24 on the coral pot. Okay, then we have another thing of architectural salvage. These are 4 just completely different pieces. You got a little table leg, probably something from a stool. And these guys are 4 for $8. And the longest one here is about 18 1/4, and the shortest one is about 10 1/4. So another spindle bundle, $8 on it also. Okay, then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 drawer pulls that are this style and 1 screw. So I keep my handles a lot so that if I'm missing one, I can add it back in. The nicest thing about these is that it's just 1 screw versus 2 that have to be a certain distance apart. So 1 screw will attach these. And what I just say, 6? Yeah, 6. So $30 on the drawer pulls. Okay, Susan's second on the trowel. Katie wants the black pole. Jennifer wants the square. Robin, you're next on the pole. Katie wants the architectural salvage. Ronell wants the drawer pulls, and Katie's next on the poles. Okay, then I grabbed another bucket. This one is just pretty shiny. It does already have some rust holes in the bottom, so it's going to be good for drainage. And it is a number 10. So number 10, that number makes it a nice bonus, nice feature. Okay, then we have this, what we've decided is a prayer rug. You could use it as a table runner, a wall hanging, anything like that. You could just probably tuck it in something and give yourself a little bit of texture to soften stuff. Adding fabric and greenery always changes up a display. So on our prayer rug, it is, not counting the fringy length, 24 by 12, and it is $30. So $30 on the prayer rug. And then we have a funky vintage crocheted pillow with these little tassels on it. So just something fun. So if you're a person who is like, one, I know the person I bought this off of, so that's one thing. But if you are a person who is like, I would never buy upholstery fabric things from somebody, like a pillow, just think about, hey, then you could, if you can get it cheap enough, you could just throw it on your front porch. And then if it looks terrible, like it would in the country after a season, then you can just throw it away. But then it looks good still. 16 by 16 we'll say on the pillow, and it is $10. And it's from a normal home. Okay, what else am I missing here? Okay, last thing is another piece that would be great for a cloche base. I would say it's off of a piano stool, is just the feeling that I get from this piece. It was just like this when I got it, but would make a great spot to put a cloche on it. So $15 on the, we'll call it a cloche base, and it's 10 inches in diameter. So thanks everybody for watching. I really appreciate it. If you are interested in signing up for my mystery junk box, that cart's open until the 7th. If you're interested in signing up for my Staging Your Antique Shop group, that cart is open until the 7th. So big week this week for things launching for me. So if you see a post about my staging group, even if you're not an antique dealer, if you would share that just to your personal page, I would be really grateful for that, because anytime you like, comment, share a post, it boosts it on the algorithm and it helps me be seen by more people, which is, important. How we know Facebook works. So thanks everybody and have a good day. I'm going to look here at these comments real quick. The bucket was $15, Chris. I'm sorry, I probably didn't say that. Robin wants the pillow, Katie wants the base, and Ellen is second on the base. So I will invoice you today for your items, and then Friday morning look for your shipping, and that way I can combine all of the shipping together. So if there's anything else you see on the website or any of my Facebook posts, just ask me about those items. So thanks guys, have a good day.